There are two things that I think made Hillsdale the best experience I could have ever wished for. And the first one was the community that I felt at Hillsdale. And I really think that was directly due to the smaller learning communities, because I formed such strong relationships with the teachers that I had. And one of them was my physics teacher, Mr. Bissell. And I had never even heard about physics, and I was nervous about the class because I thought, oh great, everyone says how hard this is. And then day one in Bissell's class, I still remember it. He made us laugh the first words out of his mouth made us laugh, and I was instantly comfortable, and I have never looked back. I fell in love with the class through his passion for not only the subject, but for making kids love learning the subject. And so from then on, I've been in love with the subject.
Yes. Why, when kids come back from school, they never talk about what happened in their class. They always talk about sports and drama and extracurriculars. That's what they remember 5, 10, 20 years down the road. And so we were trying to think of how could we create an activity that would engage students as much as or more than their extracurricular activities do. A couple of my colleagues had created a simulation called Power and Pride. I adapted that here. I had adapted that, added a few elements to it, but used it. And one of the fascinating things about Power and Pride is that students act like leaders of nations, and they just throw numbers around, and they don't think about what those numbers mean, who those numbers are. And so you create this tension between the history class and the English class, where in the history class they're playing the leaders of countries and they're throwing numbers around, yet in English class they're getting into the heart and soul of one of those numbers.
I'm Ricky, and I came from Tokyo last year. I couldn't speak English well, and I didn't have a friend in here, so I started to have many friends, and yeah, now I'm having fun in this school.
I always knew that what I wanted to do was take my passion for dance and share it with young people, because it was so important to me in high school and growing up that if I had the opportunity to allow another student, another person to feel what I felt, being able to dance and be in a place where I was just learning about myself and life and have an outlet like that, then that's what I wanted to do. So early on, I knew it, and Hillsdale kind of provided me with the opportunity to be able to do it.
The program as a whole has definitely brought light into my life, made me so excited about coming to school every single day, and I don't know what I would have done without it. I just want to thank Hillsdale for having this opportunity, having this program at school, because I know other schools attempt to have dance programs, but nothing is as good as it is here.
A love for learning, a true love for learning, whether it's physics or English or biology or dance or anything. I am constantly curious, and I think that's because of the Hillsdale community that I was in. That no matter what class it was, I loved physics, but I loved English because I had an incredible teacher that I had a connection with. I loved math because I had an awesome teacher that I had another connection with. So I hope that in my own classroom, and when I finally get to that stage, I can instill that same love of learning that I learned here.